are 3 ingredients, that is all. Tabasco pepper, Avery Island salt, distilled vinegar. Nothing else has entered that bottle since 1868. Yet those 3 ingredients, combined in precise proportions and aged for exactly 3 years in used whiskey barrels, produce 700,000 bottles per day from a single building on a Louisiana marsh island. Here is how that happens. Let's follow a Tabasco pepper from manual seed selection through 36 months of oak barrel aging to an automated filling line producing 57 milliliters per bottle, controlled to within 1 gram. The very production cycle begins not on a factory floor, but in the fields, in September at the peak of harvest season. A member of the McElhenney family walks the rows personally, carrying a small wooden stick painted a specific shade of red. That red is not decorative. It is the exact color threshold a Tabasco pepper must reach before it qualifies for harvest. Workers compare each pepper on the plant against the stick. If the pepper matches, picked. If it reads orange, red, or lighter, left on the plant for the following week. Harvesting runs daily across the fields from September through December, because a single plant can simultaneously carry green, yellow, orange, and fully red peppers at different stages of maturity. During harvest, one senior family member identifies the highest performing plants, those with the deepest red coloration, thickest flesh walls, and most concentrated capsaicin load. These plants are marked with colored tape. Their seeds are extracted, washed, dried, and sorted by hand. The seed stock is divided into 2 lots. The first is stored in a climate-controlled facility on Avery Island, 18 times, 50% relative humidity, 0 light exposure. The second goes into a local bank vault off the island. If a hurricane, fire, or flood eliminates the island facility, the off-site vault guarantees replanting can begin the following January without interruption. Planting starts in January and February in air-conditioned greenhouses. Seeds go into trays at a depth of 0.55 m. An automated drip system delivers exactly 20 milliliters of water per plant every 12 hours. Seedlings emerge within 7 to 14 days. Once they reach 10 centimeters, they transfer to individual 8 centimeter pots, remaining in the greenhouse until they measure 20 centimeters with a minimum of 6 true leaves, typically March or April, before moving to open fields. Yields are on Avery Island and on contracted farms across Central America and Africa. Geographic diversification across 3 continents protects against a regional climate event, eliminating the entire raw material supply in a single season. Plants are spaced 60 centimeters apart within rows, with 1 millimeter between rows. The color matching step carries a measurable consequence if done incorrectly. A pepper harvested at the orange stage contains 12 to 18% less capsaicin by dry weight than a fully red pepper. Tabasco peppers register between 30,000 and 50,000 Scoville heat units at full red maturity. An orange stage harvest drops that range to approximately $25,000 to $40,000 SHU, a deviation the McElhenney family's internal quality standard does not accept. The color stick is not a tradition. It is a production specification. An experienced picker collects between 20 and 30 kilos of peppers per day. The peppers go into field crates, then onto trucks that drive directly to the nearest grinding facility, because the next step has a hard time limit. Peppers must be processed on the same day they are cut from the plant. After 24 hours post-harvest, a batch loses up to 15% of its heat load. After 48 hours, that figure reaches 30%. McElhenney operates grinding facilities adjacent to every major cultivation area to keep transport within the same day window. At the grinding facility, peppers are washed and passed over vibrating screens that remove dirt and field debris. They then enter stainless steel hammer mills running at 1,000 RPM. Whole peppers, flesh, seeds, and stems together exit as a thick, uniform puree. The puree moves immediately into mixing tanks, where it is combined with coarse rock salt, mined from the deposit directly beneath Avery Island. Avery Island sits on top of a salt dome, a subterranean formation of near-pure halite. The extraction plant sits less than 500 meters from the sauce factory. The mixing ratio is fixed at 3.5 kilos of salt per 100 kilo of pepper puree. Salt inhibits bacterial growth, draws moisture out of the pepper cells via osmosis, and modifies flavor by intensifying heat perception while reducing raw bitterness. The puree and salt are agitated for 30 minutes before transfer to barrels. Barrels are used Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey barrels, each with a capacity of 200 liters and a filled weight of approximately 250 kilos. Before filling, each barrel is charred. The interior surface is exposed to direct flame for exactly 15 seconds. This creates a thin carbonized layer that absorbs off flavors and volatile compounds from the fermenting puree. McIlhenny has been reusing whiskey barrels since the 1920s, when internal trials demonstrated that 3-year maturation produced a measurably better balance of heat, flavor complexity, and smoothness. Each filled barrel is sealed with a wooden bung containing a 3 cm hole, covered by a 5 cm thick layer of pure Avery Island salt. The salt layer is permeable. Fermentation gases escape outward, but air, dust, and insects cannot enter. During the first weeks, active fermentation pushes liquid upward through the salt cap. This liquid drains down the sides and is discarded. It contains bitter compounds and unwanted fermentation byproducts. After approximately 3 months, active fermentation slows, and the salt cap hardens into a semi-permanent seal. Barrels move into aging warehouses, large metal buildings with no temperature control. Interior temperatures follow the Louisiana seasons, up to 35 degrees Celsius in summer, down to 5 degrees Celsius in winter. This thermal cycling is the mechanism. Summer heat expands the oak staves, opening their pores. The pepper puree penetrates the wood and extracts aromatic compounds, vanillin, caramel precursors, lignin-derived smoky notes. Winter cold contracts the wood, trapping those compounds inside the puree. This cycle repeats hundreds of times across 36 months. The raw puree that entered was sharp, astringent, and aggressively bitter. The aged puree that exits is layered, fruity, lightly smoky, with a mild sweetness underneath the heat. At the 36-month mark, a McIlhenny family member opens and inspects every lot personally, evaluating color, aroma, and texture against the Tabasco Bible, a handwritten specification document passed across 5 generations since Edmund McIlhenny first produced the sauce in 1868. Lots that do not meet the standard are rejected and redirected to secondary products. Approved lots transfer to stainless steel blending tanks. Distilled white vinegar is added at a fixed ratio of approximately 1 liter per 3 kilos of paste at 5% acidity. The mixture is agitated intermittently, 30 minutes every 8 hours, for 4 weeks. The Avery Island factory alone processes enough volume to fill 700,000 bottles per day. After 4 weeks of intermittent agitation, the mixture passes through 2 screening stages. The first uses a 2 mm mesh that captures seeds and large skin pieces. The second uses a 500 micron mesh that captures fine particles. What passes through is finished Tabasco sauce, deep red, slightly more viscous than water, with a sharp vinegar pepper aroma. The finished sauce moves to homogenization tanks, where multiple barrel lots are blended until the combined batch falls within tolerance across heat, color, and viscosity. The accepted SHU band for finished sauce is $2,000 to $5,000 now. A narrow range given that raw peppers register $30,000 to $50,000 SHU. before fermentation and vinegar dilution. A deviation in either aging duration or vinegar ratio shifts the final SU outside the acceptable window and triggers batch rejection. ROM, the homogenization tanks. Sauce flows into the automated bottling line. Empty glass bottles are rinsed with deionized water before reaching the filling head. Each bottle receives exactly 57 ml of sauce, controlled by weight. A precision scale checks every bottle after filling. The accepted range is 68 to 70 growler total weight. Any bottle outside that range is automatically rejected before capping. The sauce is included in U.S. Army combat rations and has been reformulated into zero-gravity packaging for use aboard the International Space Station. Quality control operates at 4 distinct points. First, the color match stick at harvest. Second, the family member's sensory evaluation at barrel opening after 36 months against the Tabasco Bible. Third, laboratory measurement of SHU, color spectrophotometry, and viscosity during homogenization, with the accepted band at 2,000, 5,000 SHU. Fourth, the weight-based fill check at 68 or 70 Jai per bottle on the bottling line. Batches that fail barrel inspection are redirected to industrial ingredient supply. Food manufacturers using Tabasco-derived pepper extract as a flavoring component, recovering economic value from 36 months of aging time and barrel cost. The Avery Island facility produces over 250 million 57 milliliter bottles annually. At approximately 4 to 5 USD per bottle at US retail, the annual retail value exceeds $1 billion. The entire core supply chain, salt mine, sauce factory, seed vault, distribution warehouse, operates within a radius of less than $500 meter, with contracted farming across 3 continents as the only external dependency. HRE ingredients: 36 months of oak barrel aging, a 3.5% salt ratio, and a fill tolerance of plus or minus 1 gram. That is the complete technical specification of Tabasco sauce, unchanged in its essentials since 1868. The one detail that surprises most people: the raw peppers register up to 50,000 Scoville units, but the finished sauce lands between $2,000 and $5,000. The aging and vinegar dilution account for a heat reduction of roughly 90% before the bottle reaches you. Which other century-old food production process would you like to see broken down in this detail? Drop it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you do not miss the next one.